This is Jay Nubbins here. I'm rocking the mammoth lid, but with the old Grateful Dead patch on the side, which I added. Always customize your stuff, right? Customization makes you original, right? Like this is, Indian arrowhead. I didn't make this. This is my dad's chain. This is a chain I was actually made by my mother. So rock stuff that signifies you as an individual. Now, I am Japanese Irish, and oh, it's on the side. We got the Irish and Japanese flag. I'm Japanese American, but we got the stars and stripes on the inside. And let's see if I can go. Can I go upside down? Let me go upside down. Can you see that? This is my magical koi Pisces vest, which actually Gene Howard made too. So it's special. So anyway, I'll be talking about some clothing brands coming up. Maybe doing something in that arena. I'll let you know. But today, what do we got going here? Okay, bada bing. So we're doing Albondigas soup. Okay, it is not that complicated. Just people they overthink it. So what you need is, we got a little garlic. Garlic goes flying sometimes. It's okay. Pick it up later. So you want to smash the garlics on the side to open them up. And if you're really good, you can smash it up where you really don't even have to cut it. But so what we're going to do is we're going to make our meatballs. Okay, so what am I going to use? I'm going to use onions. I'm going to use some garlic. I'm going to use cooked rice. I'm going to put uncooked rice in the meatballs, and it'll take a little longer to cook, but if they absorb all the flavor, that's like the win-win. So you can do it the other way. I like doing it this way, and what I'm really thinking about doing is I'm going to get all this ready. I'm going to put it in a slow cooker before I go to bed. And then when I wake up, the house will smell like Albondigas, which is a meatball soup, right? Who doesn't love a good meatball, right? And when it's a little bit chilly, or even these days I'm rocking I like to have soup like one of the first things. Like I went to Thailand, and one of the first meals of the day I got into eating was like a Thai beef Thai boat noodle soup, and has like meatballs in it, and it's just like so jamming. It has noodles, and I'm like, why have Fruit Loops or why have some oatmeal when I can have like a hot soup which opens you up? It's like, if you think of your food like medicine, which I think people should try to start thinking about food as medicine. What does that mean? Obviously, what you put into your body makes a big difference on how you feel. Now, I got nothing against fast food, but you do it once in a while. Like In-N-Out. I'll have it once in a while. And I was debating to have In-N-Out when I was driving back from San Francisco to see my family. I stopped at Harris Ranch and had this bomb brisket. So, didn't have In-N-Out. I mean, I love In-N-Out. And that's what I'm gonna have if I'm gonna have like a fast food burger. But they have really good product, and everything's fresh. They don't freeze. I don't think they freeze like their fries and stuff. So it's just, you could taste that, right? So anyway, I got this. I got the meatballs. I got the garlic. Now I need a bowl. Where is the bowl? Is over here. So this is actually chopped a little too fat. It's down a bit. All right. But here is the key to making your meatballs. You gotta season them. There's the garlic. There is the there's a runaway piece of carrot. Sorry, not carrot. Onion. Little dirt doesn't hurt. Take the dirt off. Okay. So, looks like I have some corns already, so I don't need to do the new ones yet. Because what am I all about? I'm about making the food go as far as you can, right? And that is important. I hate wasting food. And what you can do about that is you can freeze the food. You can give it away. If I'm really full, I'll just give my food away. Or I'll give it, you know, I think I was reading that Roost Chris one night on the East Coast, and I had this ribeye that I couldn't really finish. Mashed potatoes, and there was a homeless guy outside, and I hooked him up big time. Ribeye and some Roost Chris. Oh yeah, that's jamming. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use all of my vegetables up. That, because you don't want stuff to go bad, right? You don't want stuff to go bad. And, you know, sometimes you have a little something like this. Like I have this green chili pepper, which, you know, it's a little old, but it's just, you know, it has probably less water in it now. And I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use my zucchinis. And here's the thing with the zucchinis. They absorb a lot of the flavor. You may not like zucchinis, but you put something with like the chicken stock, which what I'm doing. So I did like a chicken stock broth. What I also did, look at this kale. Now, I'm gonna take all these kale leaves off. Because look at all, like, some people just throw that away. Like, this is like awesome for the soup. So really what I'm doing, Albondigas, even though it does have meatballs in it, you're gonna get this hearty, fatty broth that just will absorb, all the vegetables are just gonna absorb that goodness. And I will show you a J Nubbins little special dealio. Okay, so we got almost all the leaves, right? Use all the product if you can. Okay. So, look at these stalks. Actually, look at that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not gonna probably use that to eat. However, what I'm gonna do is put it in the stock. There's another piece. Put that in the stock, okay? Because what do we want to do? We want to give the stock a lot of flavor. Some of this stuff won't be eaten. Look at this outside portion of that. So that is all good. I'm just gonna leave them in fat pieces. I'll put that in too. It's just all about like infusing flavor. And really, food comes down to a couple things. Food comes down to taste, but also texture. And I think I said before, some people, you know, I don't like it when they put big old honking vegetables in my face. No, I like to cut them down and like do it on my terms than a whole like big piece like that. Anyway, that's just my thought. So this Albondigas recipe doesn't call for corn. And this is how I do recipes, okay? I will look at the ingredients. Oh, got a little corn flying around. I'll look at the ingredients. Let's say I got 95% of them, but I also have other ingredients that I want to use up. It's your show. There's some nuggets there. Hey, I don't want to put too much corn because it may get too sweet, but it'd be a nice balance with the meatballs because we want to get a lot of flavor. Okay. So I'm doing double duty. I'm doing this. So you can also lift weights doing this at home. But I got this bag of short grain rice, which I'm using right now to make sushi rice. That makes me, having an open bag like that does make me a little nervous. You do not want to have rice like going crazy all over the place. So, what else do we need? We need our meat. Okay. I got this in 80-20. You could do, 80%, 20% fat. I like a little fatty because fatty is going to get you more flavor overall in the jam. And if you're a vegan, you could totally make this soup and without that, and you're going to be good. Okay, so what else we got? Okay. So back to this. Okay. The white pepper. All right. So let me do this. One thing that you're cooking, you don't want to touch meat and then start touching a lot of other things. So I just took a pause. All right. So you want to season heavily the beef because it really does not have a lot of flavor unless you season it. Okay. So that was white pepper. It's kind of standard in a lot of the stuff, right? A little white pepper. I'm gonna do a lot of oregano. Some people say it's Italian is oregano. No, this is quite good in this. Now, if I had some mint, I would do the mint. I recommend it. Here's the cayenne pepper, and here's a little extra dillio. Okay. You see, I measure it out like a pharmacist. You do not want to put a ton. There we go. That stuff will get you. All right, so this is what we're we are going to make this into meatballs. Now, actually, I want more rice. So now I go wash my hands again. All right. I think the rice adds an additional, there's just like a little more bite to the meatball. Okay, what I'm also gonna do is throw a little Coleman's powdery mustard. Ooh, that might take it over the top, but look. All right, so now we got this mixture here. Some people like to do their meatballs small. I like to do them a little big. What you should do is try to do them about the same size. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Because if they're the same size, they're gonna cook at the same time. And here's another trick that I'm thinking about doing is I am gonna use the air fryer to maybe put a little char on them. Why do that? It's like an extra smokiness that you'll get in the soup. Okay. You know what? And what I'm also gonna do too, I'm gonna wash my hands one more time. Then I'm gonna take the salt shaker and I am gonna salt these a little more. Now, do not want to oversalt your food. But you have a lot of meat and you have rice and stuff, and like some of the flavor is gonna come through with the soup, right? Okay. Use a big piece of garlic on that one, on that sucker. Oh, okay. So I got a lot of extra of this. That together. Okay. You also don't want to work it too much. You don't want to overdo it. So I'm just, those are my meatballs right there. You just want to be careful about touching meat. These in the refrigerator. You want to be careful about touching meat and then touching other things, because you don't want Uncle Sal Manila to visit you, okay? Ooh, couple things. I did not put cumin. It's around here somewhere. Okay. I definitely want cumin in because cumin gives us a little sweet hint smell. But it's okay. Now I could also, forgetting trying to get flavor stock, I can also take these. I can take those corns, if they're done. I'm not saying to serve that with it, but what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a melange of different, different flavor profiles to make it the most interesting. And really a lot of great food. I like great food. I like hearty food. like hearty, you know, homey, hearty, homey. You know, I'm not trying to do a fine dining experience here. What I'm trying to do is get people excited to cook. I think if I can get some people excited to cook, that might change their world, change their reality. And you never know. You never know what you're gonna like, fall in love with. You know, my mom had a great rule. She said, whatever we had to try it. Whatever she was cooking, right? But if we didn't like it, we didn't have to eat anymore. But we had to try it. Now, some people fight so hard on that. I'm gonna put a little more garlic in the soup. Why am I gonna put a little more garlic in the soup? Because if you think of soup as a medicine, would you rather drink Theraflu or would you rather drink like soup? I would prefer to drink the soup, right? Like, I don't need to have a drug company serve me some Theraflu and flu, and that's gonna make it better. No, I would rather have mom's chicken ginger soup with garlic in it, and that's different. Okay, so sometimes garlics get shot across the room because when you smash them, they get hot. All right, so we got this. Okay, cool. All right. So I got the 2 things of chicken stock here. I'm gonna do half water because I want a lot of soup, because, you know, why make a little bit when I can make a lot and I could freeze some for later. I also got a roommate. He's gonna want the soup. That's not even enough. Now, once you start putting in the meatballs and the carrots and the celery, actually I don't have any celery, but that's gonna fill up. Okay, what do we got here? We got, this is garbage. This is garbage. Okay, cool. So we're like ready to disco here. That's what all go in. You know, I like a lot of onion. Some people do, some people don't. I do. So I just bring, it's like it's an extra little sweetness to it. I know Mark Masker, I know you don't like onions. It's okay. If Mark was over, I wouldn't do it with onions. There we go. All right, onions. Okay, is that enough squash? No, I don't think so. Let's put that over there. But I'll take the squash. This is just, I mean, it just absorbs so much flavor. And so every bite is gonna be like you're having a soup and a vegetable kind of deal. All right. All right. You know, I'm gonna do the green. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut a little bit of the green and a little bit of the yellow. Why? Let me get this over here. Why am I doing that? Number one, it makes it look like, you know, like a rainbow, a little more colors, but really they said that different colors also give you different vitamins, and I don't know all the breakdown, but you know, some more. First of all, it's more pleasing to the eye, and then second of all, if you're getting all the vitamin, everything. Well, look, so we are ready to go with this. Okay, now what I might do is slow cook it with this stuff in it. Then late at night when I come home, I will bring it up to a boil. I'll let the meatballs drop, or just maybe just like simmer it overnight. Okay. And also what I'm doing with this recipe is this. I got some diced green chilies. I got that. I got one can of the tomatoes. Now, one can's enough. If you want to, if you want to go overboard, have a couple cans. A little goes a long way. But I do like my green chilies. Okay. That and that. Now here's also something. Here's something kind of cool. Like, most people would throw that away. But what I'm gonna do is put it in there. And we'll have some stuff that we'll want to take out, but for the most part, you have these different flavor profiles in here. Put it all in there, and then you can take stuff out later. Just tell your guests, hey, you may have to fish out this, but it's going to add to it. Oh, also cilantro. I could have put cilantro in my meatballs. I probably should have, but I didn't. It's okay. And I like these gold potatoes. Okay. So they give a nice, like, they absorb really well, and they give a really nice creamy taste. They give a nice creamy taste as well. So what I'm gonna do is, they're already small. I'm just gonna cut them up in half. These are also really good as mashed potatoes. And there's just like a little extra, it's like a high-end potato. Now they do come small, and they may not be good for other things, because I wouldn't want to peel them all, but I'm just keeping the peels on. I am gonna rinse them off a hair, but they say that a lot of the nutrients of the potatoes are in the skin. And I don't mind a little skin on my potato. Let's see here. Basket. Okay. Now with potatoes, is you're gonna want to get them in some water, because they start oxidizing. So I'm just gonna rinse them quick. And guess what? They're going into the jam first. Okay, now we're gonna do a can of tomatoes. Green chilies. And we're gonna do, I'm gonna leave these. I got plenty of corns. I don't need to do that in there, but all right. So we got our carrots. We got this. We got some of the ends. So really, it's looking like a vegetable soup. It does have a chicken stock, but okay. Now here's the thing that's gonna be kind of cool. So I have a dinner party where I'm gonna be the sushi chef tonight. That's what I do. I will be a paid sushi chef and serve you dinner if you want to contact the Komodo dragon. But if you're a friend, you'll probably get it for free. But tips are, I take tips. Anyway, so we got this, and okay. The Cuban is lost on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some a little more salt on the meatballs. I'm going to let them chill in there for a while. I'm going to go out to eat. I'm also going to season the soup more. Let me do that right now. Okay. There's the white pepper. There's the salt. Now it's the golden rule with the salt. You can always put more in. You can't take it out. And I'm gonna do the Coleman's. Just gonna give it a little kick. Voila! So we've got that going. Ginger. Man, I cannot. The cumin is hiding from me. I will track it down. But that's pretty much, we got our meatballs covered, we got the soup covered. This is gonna boil down. I'm gonna leave it on low. Actually, I'm gonna let it boil first, and then I'm gonna leave it on low. And then I'm gonna go have this dinner party, and when I come back, I'll put the meatballs in, let it go potentially overnight. Now, you don't wanna let it go too long, and you definitely wanna put it on low. For it to go overnight, and I may even put it in the crock pot, but this will like reduce down and become like this this bomb soup. It's gonna muddle together, and it will reduce down. Now when it reduces down, then I add the meatballs back in. It's reduced back, or it's right back up to where you want it to be, but now you have a thicker stock. So anyway, that is like end to end your your Albondigas. I'm gonna cook it. I will show you love tomorrow when I jam on it and eat it, and it's a great soup to make now. When it gets a little chilly at night, this is the bomb. So anyway, Nubbins is out. Komodo Dragon Rising, Pisces vest in the house, and cook the best food that you ever can make. Go for the best. Why not?